All right, so could you tell us about the general history of the Fort Soto Park?
We go back to prehistory days, and then 1600s, and then the first recorded history, military-wise, was when Robert E. Lee came in as a brevet colonel with the United States Army. He did a survey, recommended that this island be fortified, and so it was about 49 years after that, 1898, that the United States decided to build forts at Mullet Key, which was Fort DeSoto, and on Egmont Key, which was Fort Dade, and that was to protect the harbor of Tampa Bay during the Spanish-American War conflict. Well, the war was over by the time the forts were completed, and then we move ahead in time. Probably the next significant event would be World War, and the rest is history. Most recently, in the last couple of years, we've surpassed over 3 million visitors a year.
Wow.
It's the busiest park in all of Florida.
All right, and how about how much does it cost to run the park?
Well, our budget has decreased. We've had some cuts over the last couple of years, but you're in the neighborhood of about $3.5 million. It's a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week operation. We've got 33 employees stationed at Fort DeSoto at this time.
And what kind of special events do you hold here?
There are many, many special events. Sometimes it's a special event that may be put on by a corporate group. The Friends of Fort DeSoto and the 97th Pennsylvania together sponsors a Civil War reenactment. That's a very large one that we can see 2,000 to 3,000 visitors come through that on a weekend, and 1,200 students on Friday with what they call school days there. But we have a half a dozen triathlons that take place. In fact, we have one coming up on April 11th, the Escape from Fort DeSoto, which will have about 900 participants in it. Tomorrow we have, or this Saturday, April 4th, we have the Good Life Games, which is going to be from 7-year-olds to 90-year-olds that will be participating in various stages of races, from swimming, running, and biking.
And what kind of animals do you guys have around here?
Animals?
Yeah.
The one that we're probably known the best, or known most for, would be the raccoon. Raccoons are all over the island. If you've camped here, you've probably had them rattling around in your garbage can or trying to get in your cooler at night. But birding activity is very, very popular here. Over 300 species of birds have been spotted in the park. And in the spring and even in the fall migration, when spring is usually a busier time, but it's not unusual to find 100 birds in one single day.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for taking this time with us. We have the majestic white egret walking around looking for worms on the ground. Oh, he's got one. He's got one. Yummy. As we can see here, one of the more favorite activities at Fort DeSoto is bird watching and taking pictures of the birds.
Begins as an epiphyte, an air plant, when the seed is deposited in the upper part of a host tree. After the seed sprouts, it sends down roots that entwine or strangle and often kill the host tree. When the roots reach the ground, the tree changes to a terrestrial plant. This native fig can reach heights of 60 feet.
So what destination are we at now?
We're at the fort at Fort Soto. Cannons and everything.
We got some jailhouses over here that we're gonna look at a little more in depth in a little bit. Here we got one of the big cannons to hold off the fort. We got another one down there. We got another one inside right there. Winds around here into another room where it has much of like the same setup. Got another room here in the back. Here we've got the interior of the fort. Got the fuse room in here. The shot room in here. Power magazine through that door right there. Unfortunately it's locked, we can't get in there today. Another power magazine room. Another shot room. Take a little look through here, see what we can see. Not much going on in here.
The sable palmetto, or cabbage palm, is named for the large leaf bud, or cabbage, at the top of the trunk. The cabbage can be cooked and eaten as a vegetable. The tree can reach 50 to 80 feet in height. It has a straight trunk which is covered with ridges. The dark green, shiny leaves are 5 to 8 feet long and fan-shaped.
The red cedar is also found alongside roadsides and old farm fields. When young, the leaves are sharp and needle-spiked, becoming scaly when they're older. The juicy purple berries appear in fall.
Here we've got the beach, which was ranked #1 in America in 2005. One of the #1 destinations in Florida. Right now you can't go swimming because of the dangerous currents, but on a normal day you can see many people playing out in the water.